Will Duff Gordon, Research Director at Data Explorers, joins us now. Well, thank you so much for coming in. In terms of what we're seeing for gold, I actually just had an investor in saying that he thinks if we look at inflation, it should be at $2,500 an ounce. But what you're saying is that by tracking DXPL, you can see people are getting a little bit wary.
Well, many an expert has tried to call the top of the gold, and maybe there will be no top, but all we can try and see and try and be aware of is who's betting that gold is due a bit of a plunge. And last week was pretty dramatic. We saw it get up to $1,900 an ounce, and then it kind of pulled back 5%. It's rebounded again, so maybe it's off to 2,500, who knows. What we can say, though, certain people are looking to basically hedge their gold long positions by shorting the gold-related ETFs. There are masses of them.
Which means that they're actually expecting gold to fall in,
yes,
what, the next quarter or longer? Do you have an estimate?
Until such time as they, close out these gold shorts, they're expecting it to fall. There was an interesting flurry of activity to short the gold shorts, short some of the leveraged gold ETFs. Since come back a bit, yet again, people are, kind of losing money by betting against gold. But it's definitely worth watching, and we're seeing, definitely some more transactions, more short-selling transactions in gold ETFs than we've seen for some time. So it's some barometer of people getting nervous at around these levels.
Well, are we seeing the same kind of nervousness around other havens? We were talking about the Swiss franc, but also certain equities which are considered safer.
Well, Swiss franc, obviously, Switzerland's got some really huge export-driven companies, and obviously there's some short-selling. Logitech is a Swiss-listed company, which is looking at some huge short-selling there. Aextron, some of these big sort of European companies, big export-driven businesses are suffering. Some of the cement firms in Switzerland, some big short-selling. Yeah, strong Swiss franc could harm their exports, which harms their chances of success.
Now, in terms of the short-selling ban, this was extended also by an extra 30 days. Does it have an impact at all about what you're seeing, about what your clients are?
Well, it's mainly in financials, and in only a certain number of countries, so yeah, Germany, Italy, Spain, Belgium, and it has been extended, but there's obviously plenty of other financials elsewhere, but it's not to say that people were massively shorting financials in Europe in the first place.
Yeah.
So people talk about, people are going to move to short German financials because there's no ban there, or UK ones. We're not really seeing that in the data. There hasn't been a huge amount of short selling going into these bans. It's just another way that regulators are looking to calm the markets, and they haven't really based that off the data.
Yeah, so talk to me a little bit about the shorted stocks. You mentioned Logitech. What else are we seeing at the moment which gives us an indication of what investors are thinking? So
Aextron's another big one. It's a German sort of semiconductor-rated firm, big short selling there. Another one in Germany is on the material sector on the cement side. And we're seeing a little bit of short selling in the travel sector. We've talked about that before. But generally short sellers are getting their positions back on again, having not been short enough going into the August fall.
All right, thank you so much, Will Duff Gordon, for all of that.